Emily Whitfield, Biology A-Level Summer 2020 Pre-Entrance Task on how allergies are developed and their prevalence in today's population. An allergy is an inappropriate immune response that may result in a harmless response, such as a rash, or a more severe response, such as anaphylactic shock. There is a train of thought that allergies are caused by being too clean. This comes from there being an increase in allergies reported to hospitals and GPs at the end of the 20th century, when hygiene rates were thought to be higher than ever before. But how does this cause an allergy? All over our body are microbiota, which are the microorganisms that live all over us. Our immune systems don't attack or kill them, and some even promote tolerance by producing cytokines, which stop the immune system from attacking them. These are known as TREGs. People with more hygiene or spend less time outdoors have less microbiota, meaning there are fewer TREGs to keep the immune system in check, so it overreacts to harmless antigens. Another reason fewer TREGs are produced may be connected to helminths. Helminths are a group of parasitic worms that are thought to promote the production of TREGs. There are many studies that show when helminth infections were eliminated, there was an increase in diseases such as asthma, or children were born with higher rates of issues such as eczema. However, other studies from poorer countries show that helminths increase the risk of developing an allergy, though this may be because the subjects have too many helminths, meaning it isn't so simple and it's important to find a balance. Though studies have shown a wide range of microbiota can reduce your risk of developing an allergy, it is safer to risk getting one than dropping our hygiene standards. In epidemiology, prevalence is the number of people suffering from a specific disease at a certain point in time. It is easy to work out the point prevalence rate of a disease by using this simple equation. Number of existing cases in the population at that point in time, divided by the population at risk from that specific disease, multiplied by 1,000. This can be applied to any allergy, such as allergic rhinitis. Allergic rhinitis, more commonly known as hay fever, is the most common form of non-infectious rhinitis. Anyone is at risk of developing hay fever, meaning to work out the point prevalence in the UK per 1,000, you should divide 13 million, approximately the number of people with hay fever according to NHS data, by 66.65 million, which is the UK population, and multiply it by 1,000. This gets a result of 200, meaning 200 people in 1,000 suffer from hay fever at the minute. It's also important to note that a more specific prevalence point would vary based on factors such as age. Other studies show it affects between 10% and 30% of all adults, as well as 40% of children. While some allergies, such as allergic rhinitis, have a high prevalence in our society, others are less common, for example being allergic to meat. However, good estimates of the prevalence of a meat allergy don't exist due to certain types of meat allergy, like the mammalian meat allergy, MMA, being more common than others, such as avian meat allergy, AMA. There are different reasons for this. However, in the US, it is mainly because of certain hard ticks whose bite sensitizes the body to an antibody known as IgE to the alpha-gal enzyme, which causes MMA. Most of the time, an allergy won't be fatal. However, sometimes you can have an anaphylactic type reaction. An anaphylactic is a severe and potentially life-threatening reaction to a trigger such as an allergen. It can mean your body becomes hypersensitive and you find it hard to breathe and you feel faint and anxious. Luckily, this is quite uncommon and the point prevalence per 1,000 people is only 1. Rarer still is this occurring during general anaesthesia. It happens to around 1 in 10,000 to 20,000 patients. These patients may be denied general anaesthesia in the future unless a safe combination of drugs can be identified. Across the whole world, the World Allergy Organization estimates allergy prevalence of the whole population by country ranges from 10 to 40%. As well as this, the UK has one of the highest allergy rates in the world, as in 2020 it was estimated around 44%, and it's still increasing, as between 1992 and 2012 there was a 615% increase in the rates of hospital admissions, though interestingly, the number of fatalities did not increase. To summarise, the development of an allergy depends on different factors such as sanitation, microbiota levels, or the levels of other microorganisms such as helminths. These factors mean that the prevalence of certain allergies differ. For example, the prevalence of hay fever is much higher than that of meat allergy. They could also mean that the prevalence of an allergy depends on the country or ethnic group, as seen in the UK statistics, which show allergy levels to be much higher than the average around the rest of the globe. Overall, statistics show allergies to be common amongst the human population, but as of yet there seems to be no way around this, yet research continues to try and develop cures and remedies. Thank you very much for listening.